I'm very pleased to be here at the Manchester Museum and having done a wonderful event for the Polish community and the British community here in Manchester called Songs of Polonia. We had some incredible guests, including Przylipiak, who was an insurgent in the Warsaw Uprising and fought during the rising of 1944. We had Halina Kosowska, who was there with her in the Warsaw Uprising, and it really was a very moving and humbling experience to be around such incredible women who had fought so bravely for their country in the Second World War. And we had Eva from the Kresy-Siberia Foundation, which preserves the memory of those people who were transported to Siberia by the Soviets in the Second World War. And we also had Joanna Dudzic, who is a photographer and who does incredible reminiscence work with Polish World War II veterans here in Manchester. I think it's really important to have an event like Songs of Polonia because there are many untold stories around this topic of the Second World War and people who haven't had the chance to have their voice heard. And songs and music during a very difficult time often raise the morale of people in war-torn situations. And so to be able to share those songs today, like A ja sobie gram na gramofonie by Mieczysław Fogg, 4 mile za Warszawią and Dziś do ciebie przyjść nie mogę, which is the Partisans' lullaby, was very important because music does connect, and it does connect us with presence but also the past.
So it's fantastic to have Katy Carr here doing her Songs of Polonia event. It's been brilliant, and for us here at the Platforma Festival, we've been here in Manchester a couple of days and looking at all aspects of the arts and refugees and migration, and through Katy we've been able to involve the Polish community here in Manchester. Katy's music is such a wonderful link back to past times in Poland, and also carrying through with the Polish people who came to this country and to Manchester. And you see now that some of those people are here, and also new generations enjoying that music, hearing the stories. And I think for us in the context of Platforma, it's been superb, and we've also got Katy playing a full set tonight, and I know everyone's very excited about that. So we're really looking forward to making more connections with the Polish community in Manchester and across the country actually in the future about the history of Polish culture and also contemporary Polish culture, things that are happening now.
I came tonight to hear the Songs of Polonia because I don't have a connection with the Polish community, though I'm a Polish neighbour, but I always like to sort of grab a bit of someone else's culture and let it enrich my life, and this certainly did. And I think I'm probably going to go and buy that CD in a minute when I've had my tea.
I'm here because my mama was part of the Warsaw Uprising. I was just explaining to Katy what it meant to us, that the Poles that came here and were born here afterwards, we have this patriotism because our parents ended up here, thankfully, because they were rescued by British forces or whatever, and then we ended up here. But we have such they have an allegiance of patriotism back to Poland, and you know, they wanted us never to forget the mother tongue. Katy's songs, they're very, very relevant to her cause, and that she's making people aware of what the past generations had to go through. So, you know, with Wojtek, with Passport, she's opening up areas again for people to look back on and remember.
The Polish cake, and this is the British cake.
It's been an absolutely marvellous event. I really enjoyed Katy's singing and the fact that she's spreading the Polish word throughout not just the Polish community, but throughout the English community, letting people know what our parents and what our grandparents went through It was just a great show, thank you. It's always a pleasure just to listen to the elderly people talking about their experiences and feeling part of their history.
It's really fantastic to be here in Manchester, and I've just met Frank, who's been at our Songs of Polonia event. And Frank, how was the event for you?
It was fabulous. I mean, I'm quite knowledgeable about it, I suppose, because my father endured Siberia, in fact Halina, which was the most easterly and possibly the worst part of Siberia. It was a prison rather than a work camp. He was released to join Anders in southern Russia, and he escaped with him to Persia, and eventually was a member of the Polish Second Corps, which I have a little gift for you, Katy.
That's fantastic!
But the event today was fabulous. I mean, my wife has no Polish connection whatsoever, and she found it particularly fascinating.
And you're writing a book about your father's experiences.
I have written a book about my father's experiences, and I am writing a book on the history of the Polish Second Corps.
Wojtek's going to be in that, right?
I mentioned Wojtek, but he's mentioned so much all over the place.
Would you tell us about it when we finished your book?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you so much, Frank. And was there anything you learnt about anything today?
Well, my sort of specialisation is the Polish Second Corps, so the Polish Home Army, the Army Krajowy, is something that I know too little about, and I found that absolutely fascinating, and particularly the two ladies.
Two veterans. Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you. We're so pleased that you came. Thank you so much. It'd be really fantastic to do more of these events, because we can integrate not only doing a concert but also doing some outreach work with the elderly and also with the young people in Polonia and across the world, because Polonia is Polish diaspora abroad, and it's not only based here in the UK but it's also in Canada, USA, Brazil, India, Australia, and I'm really looking forward to 2014 when we do our collaboration with the Kresy-Siberia Foundation, and they're taking us under their wing, and we are going to be doing events and music videos and a short film about how to preserve and honour the Polish history that has not yet been told.